Hello, 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 and welcome. This is the Clodcast. We're here for the playoffs, quarterfinals round. I am your host Ben, and I am here with Roy
Cowboy shit!
and Dakota.
Oh wait, shit, we can't swear the anything, can we?
Hey, whoa!
Cowboy shit. Anyways, we're
If
going.
you watch AEW, you understand. If you don't, basically my boy did it, and unlike Emilio, my boy actually wins things.
Damn. Anyways, we're gonna go through every playoff game that happened in the quarterfinals, which is. We're gonna start with Quagsire, going to Whooper, going to Clodsire this time. So, the first game is mine because I want to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
This is a rematch from regular season. In regular season, I beat Biribon, and now he did bring a little bit of a different team. He brought the Petron, which he didn't bring last time. I brought the same six. Only difference is I went bulky, a lot more bulky on the Torn, and I went AV Spadef Dawnfan to beat the potential Belly Bolt, which wasn't brought, but it is able to beat another Mon coming later.
AV Spadef. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
that makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
Because-
now that I think about the game again.
it can like the Belly Bolt cannot 3-hit KO it with AV and Max Spadefs.
Yeah, the investment. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was basically the idea. I lead Torn expecting a Tinglu lead actually, and he comes out with the Terra Hydrapple, which I knew, okay, Terra Electric Hydrapple, this is gonna be the Torn counter, so I just U-turn out. And since Belly Bolt isn't here, I can use Dawnfend as the Hydrapple check, which isn't that good of a check because I also have the wrong Terra type. This Terra type Water is specifically because Dawnfend has double duty. Dawnfend has to check the has to beat the Belly Bolt, and it has to beat a potential Talonflame, which didn't come, but I need to prep for it because Talonflame can be very dangerous into my team.
Yeah.
I think Talonflame was like its own way identified before as being a massive threat.
Yeah, here I go Quillfish, just makes sense. Quillfish is... Kartana literally cannot hit Quillfish. Like, the most damage it will do is with a Smart Strike, and even that will not do a lot to the Quillfish.
UX is there.
As we see though, Biribon switched up the Kartana set and actually brought default Kartana to avoid having spikes up this time. Because last time the spikes were really a pain in the ass for them.
Yeah, defensive Katana is that's some decent damage. Better against Katana.
To be fair, that's the best way Quillfish can hit Kartana.
Literally. Oh no, I'm not no, I'm not criticizing it at all because it is. Katana has like butts for death, so that makes perfect sense.
Here we go into my Sneasler counter, Aegislash.
Such a pivotal win of the game.
This is the set they bought last time, isn't it?
It's the same exact set, yeah.
Last time they didn't bring SD sub. They brought Throat Chop with what is a clear amulet to avoid the drops from the King Shield. They realized that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because without boosting, they cannot kill the Aegislash. Cannot two-hit KO the Aegislash. So they need some type of boost. And now we get into a situation where it's a 50-50. If they click Throat Chop right now, when I Psycho Cut, I lose this, and I need to probably sack Dawnfan. Or like get a lot of damage on Dawnfan. Or Hydreigon. Hydreigon has Chopple, so it can take a CC.
And also, if you go Dawnfan as well, you risk Diaclaw hacks if they click that on the first attack.
Yeah. And if I Psycho Cut and they sub, it's positive for me. If I King Shield while they sub, it's very bad for me. If I King Shield while they Throat Chop, it's good for me. So it's basically 50. It comes down to a 50-50. I can't
believe he never attacked.
I get the read right, and then I get the second read right as well.
Yeah, that's a good read.
Yeah. Now, their only out is clicking Sword Stance, again, to one-hit KO Shield form. And I click King Shield, predicting that they might attack me, which is again a 50-50 because if I Psycho Cut when they SD, I win. If I King Shield, why they attack, Aegislash literally won't die to the Sneasler. And we get the situation where
think-
I again win the 50-50 here.
Just to pause here a second, I think their best place is Swords Dance because if you have Shadow Sneak, they die anyway, and their best chance to get as much damage off as possible would be to Swords Dance. I get why they did it, don't get me wrong, but I think Swords Dance is the better play on their part there.
Yeah, most likely.
Because I think you're always king. I think you're always King Shielding or Shadow Sneaking.
Yeah. Yeah, now we get into this situation. He Throw Chops me, I survive a Throw Chop, and I kill with Psycho Cut. In comes the Ting-Lu. I just go for a Toxic here, which for one is very risky because one, you saw the Ting-Lu is faster than me, so if you click EQ here, I would have been in. Aegislash would have been down, and I still need the Aegislash. They didn't.
Oh, what do you need the Aegislash for?
I'm gonna tell you that later when we get to that.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, and now I go into the Ogre Palm, which is meant to take hits from this Ting-Lu and U-turn out when needed. And here comes the big mistake from me. I go into Aegislash, thinking, okay, they still need Kartana because they cannot afford this Quillfish getting up more spikes, since this is their own removal. So in my head, I'm like, okay, sure, I get out a free Shadow Ball, forgetting that I am in a knockoff range right now because I didn't calc it. And we saw this Kartana does have knockoff. What I should have done is just go to Quillfish and click Dark Pulse. But no, my dumbass decides to sack my Aegislash, which I still need for the Tapu Lele. Because this Tapu Lele needs to be choiced, either Scarf or Specs. And depending on... and this Aegislash is like perfect to like scout out or take hits from it. But yeah, my dumbass just decided to sack it here.
Even at that range, by the way, because you were reasonably low. So he can still do it at that range, correct?
Yeah, even at that range. And I still have King Shield to get like a little bit of lefties recovery. Yeah, now he decides to sack the Kartana. Actually, interesting move. So the spike will stay up. In comes the Lele. Here, my thought process is, okay, this Quillfish will probably not be doing anything else now. So, I just sack it to get in a safe switch. I go into Donphan, which can very easily take a hit of this Lele and kill back with Gunk Shot. Guaranteed. They go Petrant on the Donphan, predicting I spin, which I don't, and I pop their air balloon, which is good for later.
Can I ask a quick question? Why were you on Donphan? Because you're not Boots.
That's all this. I've mentioned that before.
Oh, sorry, I missed that bit. Apologies.
Yeah. In comes the Hydreigon. The Hydreigon is good in taking out the Petrant and will do damage to anything coming in.
Nightshade's a good bring.
Yeah. I just go for a Dark Pulse here. Neutral move will do damage. And here I can Roost, because the best thing this Ting-Lu can do is Stone Edge me, so I can just get that Roost.
Yeah.
They do reveal Body Press, and since I am Choppel, I live a Body Press very well. Now, I make a mistake here. What I should have done is just Roost it again, because they are Cuff Stab, and now my Hydreigon is in a precarious situation.
I think that's a hindsight 2020 thing though, because I don't think you were expecting. Well, I think Bruce probably is a better player anyway, but I don't think you were expecting Custap there. I think it's hard. It's a very good bring by Beerabon, to be fair.
I mean, I should have known because
because he dies to Toxic, so he might as well just Roost.
Yeah, he took the spike damage, and I didn't see leftovers recovery, so I should have realized there's a custom. I just played a little too, like, we played this very fast. There was not a lot of thinking from my side. I was just clicking, which is a big mistake.
I think you're being quite harsh on yourself. I think you're being a bit harsh on yourself there for not seeing the cast up. I think that's a good bring by them. I can understand why you missed that one. That's not that bad of a mistake. I don't think that's that bad of a mistake. Chespo sometimes.
They've also brought.
Have we seen all four moves?
A couple of times.
They have rocks. They have
they have
all four moves.
Oh yeah, we've seen all four moves.
So I should have known.
Yeah, maybe then actually.
At that point.
No, but maybe didn't he bring Costap against you last time? Or that versus somebody else? He's brought it twice.
That was not against me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I could maybe
you
see
like
something
Cust
like Chopple for CC Aegislash, but yeah, I see your point.
Yeah. I went Ogerpon. They went Lele. This Ogerpon is basically gonna get sacked because the thing it's meant to be is already dead, and now I can scout if this is Specs or Scarf, and they do reveal it's Scarf. Again, I don't know if it's Modest or Timid Scarf yet, but like I should be fine. Here I Earthquake because it's like the neutral. They know I have Gong Shot, so they will never stay in it with the Lele. And the Earthquake hits both the Hydrapple and the Petra. Now I go Hydreigon, predicting the cover. They clicked Substitute instead. So I just go for a Roost here while they Nightshade, and I know I can take a Nightshade. I Roost again. They recover.
Oh, this fit is so nasty.
Yeah, now I Dark Pulse, and they reveal Curse.
Curse is a good bring.
Very interesting bring, yeah. I just go for the Dark Pulse again, and I'm at this point I'm like, okay, getting Hydreigon in again will be very, very risky. So I just go for the Draco, like getting as much damage as possible onto the Hydrapple. Gets a little bit of recovery as Hydreigon goes down to the Curse.
Yeah, that was definitely a prediction for a Don fan there.
Now, we get into this late game situation. I could Rapid Spin here, because they think I will just EQ it. Their smartest move is to sack Petra and come back in with Hydrapple.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember discussing that with him after the game.
That's what I'm leaning towards as well.
Yeah, that's their smartest
But what
move.
is your
So
what is your punish if you don't click EQ here?
and
they click Giga Drain.
If it's basically me missing out on spinning the rocks. It's like basically a 50-50 again. They could stay in and click Giga Drain. If I EQ, I get a kill on Petron or Hydrapple. But the better play in hindsight would have been to spin first. But that's like coming down to the 50-50. If they go Petra, I just lose a turn. Yeah, and they get recovered.
No.
So I just go
EQ's
for the play that is in my head smarter, just EQing, because if they switch, in my mind they switch out to Petra and sack it, go back into Hydrapple to like live in EQ.
Because can they curse sack it too? The curse would just kill him, but they would get the curse off, and then you would die to the next turn.
Okay, now
I'm actually shocked they were faster.
I mean, Donphan is slow as shit, but they did apparently speed creep it.
He was half,
Hydrapple's like 30 speed. That's why I'm shocked, mate.
Yeah, it's like 44, yeah.
And now we get to this turn. This turn has enough bulk to live a timid Psychic or Psyshock. And at this range, at like 76%, I have a chance to... like, there's a roll now where they can kill me. The roll is heavily in my favor. It's like 25% to kill me. And if I just click Sludge Bomb here, I kill the Lele, and the Petron takes a spike and then also dies to Sludge Bomb. But they get the roll. So game's over.
Yeah, crazy.
Yep.
There's not much you can do sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah. Hindsight, should have never sacked the Aegislash. I should have played it down safe. I should not have played as fast as I did. Like, missing the cast stab because I played too fast and didn't hover over moves. It's completely my fault.
Turn on that freeze eye timer. Freeze eye timer. Get that extension. That's what I'd be using during playoffs. So I don't do sometimes I move too fast, yeah.
Yeah. That means Durabon does move on and I am eliminated. Sad shit because we would have had an Org versus Org semifinal, but yeah, nothing you can do.
Yeah, unfortunately. Who's next? Okay, cool.
Bloop versus Ari. Based on regular season, Bloop
like
is heavily favored here.
Well, yeah. I mean, Ari played. I think what ended up playing what played. Got 2 wins. I beat Ari, and then they got 2 forfeits and got into playoffs.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. But I'm rooting for Ari to win the whole season, because if Ari wins the whole season, I can say I beat the champion. Sorry, Jakarta.
Wait, what happened?
I said I'm rooting for Ari to win the whole season because I can say I beat the champion if they win.
Oh yeah. Anyways.
Ari wins this chip. It might be really, like, how do I say this in the least
fraudulent?
Yeah, it might be a fraudulent level of Roy.
I mean, I only got 1 no, actually, no, I actually got a forfeit. I got a forfeit win in regular season 2. Never mind. I don't know. To be fair, like, it depends how the playoffs go.
Yeah, of course.
Because I got my forfeit win. I got my forfeit win in playoffs, like,
yeah,
in semis. So that's like a next level one.
Anyways, let's get into the match. Okay, both leading what? Oh, that's nasty miss.
That's the last. Yeah, I remember that.
It's a horrendous miss turn 1.
Okay, the defog as Amoongus comes out. Amoongus being perfect counter to Feeny.
Easy, good read to go hard into.
Oh, okay. Getting rid of the Shuka smart.
Truly insane, right?
That, by the way, this is not an AV Swampert, and it took that little for +2. What a fucking beast!
I'd probably Tanky just set up
That's still beast, because Dogdango is no fucking like slouch attack wise.
Goddamn, overheat. Okay, interesting.
It's
not even specs. Interesting that it did that much damage to the Dunsparce. Guessing it's not Spidef.
Yeah. I overheat makes sense as a way to hit Goldengo.
Yeah.
Best prediction.
They've made 3 good reads so far in this game. 3 very good reads.
This is why I said Ari is worthy of being in Quag.
In comes the nasty ass Terrapagos. Damn.
Fringe ass mon.
I do love Terrapagos. One of the best mons with boots ever.
Probably be best, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, that's Fizzdef.
Interesting. So the Terrapagos is the Spectre counter then, I'm guessing?
Yeah, which makes sense.
Normal type.
Because you get coverage for that as well.
Okay. Bringing Spore into a Misty Terrain team is definitely a choice. I'm gonna say.
That's greedy.
Yeah, that was a weird choice. I'm guessing they were confident they could remove the Misty Terrain quite early.
The Dunsparce is really the go. Oh my gosh. It's put in so much work for Blue.
By the way, if the Nature's Madness in the beginning hit, Swampert would be dead now.
Yeah, they would be gone. I'll say this. One of the reasons why I love using the Dunsparce, that crit probably mattered, but honestly, it balanced out Nature's Madness.
To be fair, it was Spidef dropped. The Swampert was Spidef dropped, so.
Holy shit, what? I remember.
That's what I mean as well.
Okay, income.
Yeah, the Dunsparce.
Galami sets up.
One of my favorite things about the Dunsparce is running Shadow Ball Boom Burst, like even on defensive sets, because you hit everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's ever so accessory, but.
Okay, interesting. Couple turns. Wait, whoa. Why are we sacking Shifu?
I'm guessing they were bluffing Scarf.
Yeah. That's like your only logical.
That's what I'm thinking. I think they were bluffing Scarf.
And they're probably the Trailblaze and then set up or some shit, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Also, that was not risking the speed tie to basically kill the Mega Glades.
Yeah,
there we go.
It's basically all down to Terrapagos now. Oh, the prediction on Amoongus, I'm guessing?
No, I played for a break sub, so it's a good mid-round play. But yeah, both. It's probably a mid-round play for both. Because playing for a break sub, then you're calling the Amoongus switch as well.
Is Terrapagos bannable if it got recover?
Yes.
Yes, instantly. Instant ban if he gets recover or slack off.
Easily getting your Terra Shellback is nasty.
Yeah. I'd lose my shit playing into that. This port Dunsparce has like walled everything so far in this game.
It had to.
Like, my goodness. Put work on a Galay, put work on that. Oh, yeah,
Like
he got rocks back up.
I don't know the point of Stealth Fox there, to be honest.
I feel like letting the Terrapagos get spored is a huge mistake. Like, you have the Diancie there for a reason.
Yeah, honestly, I agree. Unless they're planning to try and win a Diancie, but even then, Spectre outspeeds it.
It's just so crazy.
And I presume Spectre into this matchup should never be running solo Shadow Ball.
It will not. It will probably have Draining Kiss.
Yeah, especially into a team that has 2 normal types, you should definitely be running at least one coverage move.
Max is such a like weird but good brain at this game. What the hell?
Yikes.
Oh my gosh! Holy
Good
shit!
prediction.
He's in his head. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my
Okay.
god!
It does
He's
not matter there.
Yeah, you should have just sacked the Diancie to whatever.
Yeah, the Diancie
Statics.
should have went to sleep, because you would have had damage here on the Entei. Now you're risking the Terrapagos, and with the Terrapagos getting lower, it can get into Spectre range.
Oh my god!
That Sacred Fire Mist could have been could be huge.
I don't know. That was the wrong play.
Just
You sacked Diancie at that point. I don't know why you're holding on to the Diancie.
Yeah.
Like, the whole
Diancie
idea
does
was...
nothing in this end game.
The whole
to keep the
idea was to keep the Terrapagos healthy so the Spectre doesn't clean up, and now the Spectre can clean up. That's like... Yeah, now it kills the Terrapagos.
barbecue chicken +1.
Yeah.
Game's over.
It's GG.
Yeah, game's over.
Like they lost the game there by not switching Diancie on that Sacred Fire. They needed to keep it healthy.
Or on the Spore
Nah,
earlier. Like,
The Spore's the worst play.
the Diancie could have went to sleep easily.
I don't know. Interesting. Oh, shout out Ari. I'm not gonna discredit you. You like outside of that like misplay, you kind of read everything he was gonna do the whole game. So either you're cheating or you just played a great game. And I'm gonna lean towards your playing.
You're cheating.
So I'm leaning towards you played the great game. So
I would like to point out there was a debate on whether how good a player he is to be to basically come back from 1 and 3 to basically make playoffs in the mod chat, and I was backing Ari to be able to do it, so I feel quite proud of it now.
Yeah,
I was right.
It was also an uncharacteristic game for Bloop. It felt like they were a little panicky, especially around the Mega Gallade.
yeah, it was weird. I agree. I don't know. That's not the Bloop I know. But it's okay. We're gonna give credit to Ari. We're not gonna discredit Bloop's season. You had a great season. Good run. You're what, second seed?
And if Jacoda does win against Biribon, Bloop will promote.
Is that how that?
Yep, highest seed that is not in the finals promotes. So first seed is an automatic promotion, and if they make finals, the next highest seed promotes.
Oh, so you're saying if I lose? If I lose, he gets in.
Yeah, if you lose, he gets in.
Okay. I thought you said if I win, he gets in. I was like, what? That makes no sense.
I might have said that. My bad.
Okay. You're good.
Yeah, Biribon makes finals, Bloop does promote, so.
Get the automatic. Yeah, automatic.
Talking about Jacoda, it is Jacoda versus Siri. Org versus Org in quarters.
Not my POV is diabolical. That's okay.
There we go.
I guess I can talk through it.
Yeah.
Terrify was kind of surprising.
Oh yeah.
I didn't really know how to. It was weird. I don't know why he. I feel like when people have Terra captains and they see a Mega Scizor, they just like default to like, what's it called? Terra Fire on whatever mon it is, because they don't want to like lose or get swept. But it's like Hark kind of already does a good job of handling it. I thought it was gonna be a defensive like Willow arc, but it was just defensive. And my two switch-ins are Lando and Rotom, and I have to play perfectly so he doesn't get a Defiant boost on Zapdos, which is yeah. So, anyways, play on.
I will be a
I think-
hater real quick. This is nothing against Siri, but this has to be the worst Arcanine set he has ever brought.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing with this shit. I'm not gonna lie. It didn't even have Willow, which kind of threw me off. I mean, not like it would have mattered because I brought special Lando.
Yeah, but like
it was weird. I'm not.
It was very weird. Like being like if you run Harkanine defensively, like
and then you run Flare Blitz.
Yeah,
and it's
why
like
are you running Flare Blitz if you're running
Yeah.
defensively?
Especially if you're running Terrafire, you could just run Flamethrower, like especially slightly lower, but that does damage off Terrafire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, the mon is still annoying because it's just an annoying mon as is. But yeah, it was a weird play. I will agree. But anyways, I think here I click rocks.
No, you turn.
Oh wait, I clicked Dewey. Oh my god, my bad. Oh, that reveals item. So I send in my own Scizor.
Knock off the
and then
helmet.
I'm just trying to get rid of items and stuff. I'm predicting the our cart to come back in, so I don't really care. He's gonna like U-turns hard. Now I know he's gonna double the Zapdos here, so I go Rotom instead. And then I know he's gonna go Slowking Galar here, so I Volt Switch. Oh my god, what a great sequence I had. Oh, this is the cook. This is the cook set. I had a relatively Spadef Nihilego with Meteor Beam setup.
I really don't like clicking. I really don't like clicking. Honestly, I feel like if you're Slowking, is your
pause.
Oh, yeah.
Pause the game real quick, man. What is he supposed to click?
Oh yeah, no, true. Sorry, I forgot. I saw you Terra Darts. Yeah, good point. Because I was about to say, yeah, you should run. Yeah, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, he literally
Honestly,
can't do anything else.
Yeah, maybe you could bring Earthquake instead of Size Shock, but that's really cooking. Because Earthquake would probably still break itself.
He needs like a fire move to cover Scizor as well. I mean, like you only have so many slots.
Yeah, no, this is true. I feel like this is your Lego answer though. Side Shock is probably a good answer. Maybe Earthquake's actually a better one in hindsight though. Hindsight, it's every hindsight with it on.
I mean,
yeah.
One thing I'm very confused about is why is he running the Sludge Bomb solely for Sylveon?
I mean, it's really not that bad.
Meowscarada?
Poison.
I mean, Meowscarada you cover with the fire move you have for Scizor anyways.
Probably kills Bundle. Rotom Wash.
It doesn't kill Bundle. I don't think it does.
It comes close to killing Bundle. I mean, the thing is paper on this special side.
I'm telling you now. I know these cows. It doesn't kill Bundle. I'm looking at it right now.
It's fine.
Not a whole way.
It's like gotta be one tap, and he has like 2 priority mons, possibly 3. That's all he needs. It's basically like a one tap at that point. It can poison Lando, poison Rotom, kill Meow.
Like in my head,
I don't know. I feel like we're tracking how bad the Sludge Bomb bring is. Just
it's not all too bad, but like in my head, the better set is running either Future Sight to set up your offense. Like his team is very offensively leaning to help your offensive team. Focus.
So what is the Future Sight going to do on this set?
I mean, not in this specific situation, but in general.
In fairness, you brought a very good Terra type that completely fucks off that. So I presume he was Psy Shock, because Psy Shock would be the first move I'd think of.
Yeah.
Bring against you.
Yeah, like Psy Shock.
So this is what
he needs Psy Shock and Flame Flare.
That's what I was thinking
basically.
About.
And the Psy Shock basically also deals with the Sylveon, so I guess.
But like he needs Psy Shock. He needs
Flamethrower.
Slack Off. He needs Slack Off and he needs Flamethrower. He only has one.
I mean, he doesn't need Slack Off. He has Regen.
Yes, he does. Again, if he's predicting a setup Nihi set, like obviously this is like I guess like the worst case scenario, right? Like I invested enough to live a Sludge Bomb, and then like whatever I can like keep setting up behind the sub or attacking through a sub. but I don't understand. I don't know. I just feel like he's forced to bring 3 moves. Because what you don't want to risk letting the scissor set up for free.
No, I think I think you definitely want a fire move.
But in my mind,
so you need a psychic move. You need recovery.
You don't need this the slack off. You
I
could.
don't think recovery.
Okay, go back 2 turns. Go back 2 turns.
Yeah, 2 turns. Yeah, I know here he needs it because of the meteor. But like in my mind, like if this Slowking, like wants to hit the Nihi, he knows that Nihi is Terra, and like in his like going through the typings that like make the Psyshock bad. It's like Dark, Steel, and what else resists Psychic?
Psychic.
Dark,
I think Psychic was Psychic.
Steel, Psychic. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Psychic.
why not run Focus Blast here? I know it's inaccurate, but like.
No, I'm a hater of that. I'm a hater of that.
Yeah, I disagree.
I'm actually going to count that.
That shit is not even gonna kill. And then you have the chance of missing. Oh no.
You know what I lean towards? Either Earthquake with attack investment, and this is hindsight, by the way. This is very much hindsight. This is me now looking at your
That's like 2020 vision.
Yeah,
hindsight,
but I know what he means. I know what he. This is why I say that, because it hits a steel type, but you would have to have attack investment because it wouldn't need it to break a sub.
Yeah,
I also hindsight
feel like
2020.
Discrediting the shit out of him because we're looking at it in hindsight.
Oh yeah, no, we are very much hindsight 2020 in this. Is there a better move?
Are you really gonna expect? It's not even that because the sludge
it
would
might
normally
actually
kill.
You know, I hate this.
Here's my thing.
Here's why. Let me just pause 2 seconds and let you go.
Okay.
I actually think Ben might be right. If you're not going Earthquake and you are potentially worried of a Terra Dark or Terra Steel, it might have to be Focus Blast unless you're going really big brain with it and going attack investment.
Okay, but my thing is, are you expecting it to also be bulky? Like.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, so that's another bit as well.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's my Nihi is bulky specifically to avoid the Sludge Bomb break. Otherwise, Sludge Bomb wouldn't be a bad brain because I could just never set up Sludge and sub and then keep spamming Meteor Beam or whatever.
I would say, looking at this, if they're defensive, you don't need that much investment to make it not a break. You probably know this already.
I needed 144 Spadef.
Okay, you also needed, if they're not invested, 148 HP. So it wasn't loads, which you can kind of get away with in draft because you know the match is coming.
Anyways, let's just keep going before we talk more about this Slowking scenario.
I just don't feel like we should be giving him such a hard time. I just feel like it was a good bring.
Oh, we're actually. Oh, you did bring a good bring. I think we're just offering analysis here for once instead of just memeing on people.
Yeah, it's fine. I just think we're also doing super.
These are meant to be. These are the better players as well.
I ended up misplaying anyways, so it doesn't matter. I'm supposed to click sub here again because what's the worst he can do? Because I couched Power Gem and it didn't kill. Okay, I couched Power Gem and it didn't kill the Zapdos at +2, and I was like, wow, that's so ass. So I was like, I might as well just Dazzling Gleam, because whatever, I'll get chip on whatever comes in. But that's the wrong play every single time. Because if he clicks Brave Bird, he takes recoil and then he gets put into guaranteed range. I'm pretty sure. If he clicks close combat,
I'm sure that doesn't kill. To be fair. Oh, actually, yeah, no, damn.
If he clicks close combat, he gets a drop, and if he U-turns, I'm behind the sub again, and then I get another boost I'm on, and then I think I just sweep the game.
I definitely think sub's the play. I was actually shocked. I actually just did the calc. I actually shocked that didn't kill.
Well, you only sweep if he isn't Water Shuriken Green Ninja.
Yeah.
No, well, I don't sweep. I get 2 kills though, because I'm still behind the sub. This Bramble Gas dies. I'm faster than everything on his team, because I'm at +1 now, and then +1 speed. Because I did it enough.
I mean, that's considering
the Water Shuriken has to break the sub and then.
Is Dazzling your best move to hit the Bramble Gas or?
No, I have Power Gem. But like I said earlier, Power Gem. Yeah, it would have 1-hit KO'd. Okay. But it didn't 1-hit KO the Zapdos from where it was. So that's why I was like, fuck it. I'd rather just kill the Zapdos.
Okay, just because if it didn't 1-hit KO, if this did have a little bit of Spadef investment, it was
Spadef.
Combination of Power Whip into Shadow Sneak would have killed you if you subbed. Probably.
Well, I don't think if I subbed again, I don't think he breaks it with Shadow Sneak. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. It depends on how much
Power
he
Whip
has.
first and then Shadow Sneak if he like lived the
But then
power gem.
he's not faster than me. But he's not faster than me.
Yeah, but this is like speculating on the sub turn. Like, if you click sub, Brambleghast comes in. You power gem, he power whip if he lives the power gem. Like if he had investment a little bit.
Oh, if he lived? Oh, yeah. But at +2, he would have never lived. That's what, I guess that's what I'm saying. What I was saying. Yeah, but that's fair. Yeah, that was just like the miss. That was like the one misplay of me. I was like, damn, I could have got so much more value out of this set. It did a lot of damage as is. It kind of opened up the game for me.
By the way,
yeah,
I'm really trying not to to be mean to Cry here, but he did say he just brought the Brambleghast because he didn't know what else to bring. And for me, it's always like, if you bring him on, you need to have a purpose for it in the game.
I mean, it doesn't actually do that bad into me. Like, you can spam Poltergeist, you can spam Power Whip.
Yeah, his reasoning on why he brought it was just like flawed, because he said he just threw it in because he didn't know what else to bring.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if it was Baxcalibur, I would have got a boost again, and then it really would have been over. But yeah, that's fair. I did think about doing Terra Ghost. But then, Side Shock and Psychic and all that shit.
Yeah.
Killed. Anyways, here I'm like, he's a good sack, so I'd save it. He's obviously good at attack. So I'm just like, whatever. I lose 3% HP there, what do you do? I get my hazards back up. I'm trying to keep pressure, because I'm also worried as fuck about the Greninja in the back. I guess the Death Drop there. I think I just choose to kill it. I remember this turn. Okay, pause. In my head, I was like, there's no way this guy is gonna stay in and he's gonna 100,000% go Gren because I'm gonna click rocks. Or that's what he's thinking. I was like, I should totally click U-turn here. But then I didn't click U-turn. So I was like, shit, he's gonna get a free battle boost, battle bond, whatever. But then this turn happens and then my heart like came to ease.
Yeah, I don't Protein isn't a bad set, but like,
well, okay.
Personally,
he can't really bring battle bond. He can't really bring battle bond if he's expecting like booster speed bundle and like a Scarf Meow, because then it just gets revenged by 2 different mons.
Oh yeah,
that are faster than it.
Oh yeah, right.
So
I always forget Meow is 2 points faster than Gren. I keep thinking they're the same speed.
No, it's literally 1 base point faster. So yeah. So it's what he brought wasn't bad. It's just
okay. Then Protein is the better break.
It's just It's just a too high speed tier mon thing. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I sack this. I think I go Meow. Oh yeah, I went Meow. I have no grass move, by the way, but I knew he would switch out. So I was like, I'm gonna get a knock on this Arcanine, aren't I? And I got the knock on the Arc. I brought no grass move because it was just a bad type to bring. He has a lot of resist. Oh yeah, my game like literally froze and like made a move for me. Thankfully, it actually went to Lando because I think I would have lost my shit.
Yeah.
This Lando's back like at full HP, which is kind of crazy. I calc the specs, Surf, because I know it's like specs. I was like, yeah, chip is chip. Get that chip.
Oh, this turn was so weird.
I could have gone bundle, but
yeah, it's not you the weird thing in this turn. It was Siri, because his only thing that is able to kill the Lando at this point is the Greninja. And he just decides to sack it here. Because the other things will not be able to kill the Lando.
Yeah, game's over from here, not gonna lie.
Yeah, as soon as he like stacks the Gren, it's over.
But to be fair, if I went bundle, well, I know why I never went bundle. Because if I go bundle, he can go to Glow King and get more health, and then just becomes more of a nuisance. And I didn't know if it was Cobra or not at the time. So I was like, I have to go this and then click whatever. I think I just clicked to kill. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, from here on out, the game is very self-explanatory. Because the Zapdos won't be able to kill the Lando, and the Slowking It's also not.
He has to fish for Defiant Boost. But then he reveals he's Rocky, so I'm like, oh, Meow wins. Because I knocked this, like, and then I just knock again because I'm Scarf. And then I removed the Choice Scarf off of it. Because I'm not Booster Speed Bundle. Because I thought he thought I would bring it. So I was like, I'm not bringing that shit. So then I just go Bundle, and Bundle gets a kill. And he was like, no Booster Speed, yeah. That's what I asked. That's why I said I assumed that's why you didn't bring Battle Bond. And yeah.
To be fair, like, I could see the Booster Speed, but you're only bringing one of Booster Speed or Scarf, Meow. And, like, his...
Well, I could have brought both.
I mean,
because like, Bundle kind of does a lot of damage to his team. Like, a lot of damage.
I mean, yeah, but, like, based on, like, his team, I think boots are probably more important to get in Bundle more often. What item were you here?
On Bundle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was Boots.
Yeah. Boots just feels more important because of the frailty of his team. Just getting Bundle in more often makes more sense, in my eyes.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, like, but Bundle also had, like, cleaning potential as well, so I could see the fear in, like, making decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played a good game. I think end of the day, he did bring. I think if I were to, like, suggest, like, what I would have changed, I think I would have changed the Hark setup a little bit, and then I don't know. I guess with hindsight, put a little bit more special attack into Slowking, so the Sludge Bomb kills, breaks the sub. But yeah, I don't know. It was just.
I mean, that's hindsight, basically. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I know that's with hindsight. That's why I literally said I prefaced it with that.
I mean,
but...
the Hark set.
That's what I was saying about the.
Hark set.
That's what I was saying about the earthquake thing.
In my eyes,
that was hindsight.
Like, I get the idea behind the Hark set, but Cry's team is not a team you play defensively. Cry's team is a team you need to play offensively. Like, you are not getting away with playing defensively on that team.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if the Hark was offensive, it really would have been cooked. Like, that would have been a bad decision for him to do. He needed it to be defensive. What I thought he was gonna bring was Terra Flying. So then my Lander really can't hit it, and then he can just pivot between Glow King and the Hark, and it just, like, becomes a nuisance.
I think that if you bring a defensive set, there's a better way to bring it than Flare Blitz. That's the issue. Like, don't bring Flare Blitz from defensive, in my opinion.
I just think maybe don't bring Flare Blitz into the Lando. That's mainly the main thing.
I just don't like Flare Blitz because you're weakening yourself while trying to be a defensive mon. And yes, you do get Morning Sun, but especially with Terrified, you could probably get away with just running Flamethrower and you're getting good damage output.
Yeah, I'm not discrediting my boy. He played good.
He's not discrediting. We just know he's capable of better.
Yeah, fair enough.
To be fair, we do need to speed up the pace a little bit because we're in 43 minutes and we've only just about to finish Quag.
Yeah, we're at the. Yeah.
The good news is we've gone past the coaches in this video.
Yeah, I've got no me shit for like 10 minutes.
And also, like, I've got no battles in this video to talk about myself. So fucking hell, I always forget how much damage that does.
That is also a very risky move considering this could be Bandit Sucker Punch.
Yeah, that was ballsy.
I mean, it does pay off.
49? Are they 49? No way it's not Bandit, surely.
No, it's Scarf. I'll bet the Cinderace.
No, I'm saying the Cinderace is I said 49% because
I mean
the U-turn did 49.
The Victini had a defense drop.
Yeah, defense drop there.
Yeah, right.
And Protein Boost too.
So this Cinderace is probably not Bandit.
Crit's annoying.
Okay, Mellow.
This Meloetta's put in work. No, boom.
Yeah. This feels like AV Meloetta as well, by the way.
It's 44. I think it takes way less if it's AV. Meloetta's super tanky on the special side.
Mm.
This Cinderace seems very dangerous for Rena, so it makes sense why they did go so offensively in the first turn, like to take it out now. Because, like, if you look at Rena's team, there's no switching for that Cinderace with, like, Pyro Ball, High Jump Kick, and last move.
Yeah, so they went balls, like, straight in. Which I respect. Taunt is very nice. Risky, but nice.
That was super risky. Good fucking play.
Reno is really putting her balls on the table here.
Oh, blue.
That was an overreach. I get it, though.
Trying to make
Probably
a play.
calling Victini. No, I actually don't hate the play. Because Victini coming in there does make some sense. That power is big.
That parry is super huge. Because he has Roselli Berry. Yeah, that's really ass for him.
Because you get Dragapult kills this Meloetta otherwise.
Yeah.
You could kill it with the U-turn too and then switch out. Reset its debuffs.
Yeah. I don't know if the config setup is the right thing here to do. Oh, okay, the Delmice does not 2-hit KO. Damn.
Yeah, this is bulky Comfey.
Oh.
How does he beat this?
Dragon. Oh, the Victini tricks.
Oh, that is a very
big,
nice. That's a nice trick.
That
was real. That was well played.
That's why you won. I was like trying to remember.
And even Bolt
I would
Strikes
have
in the
hit great
end.
there.
Yeah, huge.
I get what. Actually, no, Bolt Strike is probably the safer play because it covers Quaquaval and Skarmory.
Game's over.
And this is Scarfy and Valiant, I think.
No, it switched moves. What the fuck are you talking about, Scarf?
Sorry, I don't know why it's a Scarf. Yeah, I don't know why I kept thinking it was Scarf for some reason when I was watching this game. I don't know why.
Brenna played this very well.
Yeah, they played it aggressively from the start. Power was quite rough, but I also don't know if it completely changed the battle too much. They definitely killed Meloetta, so they might still have Dragapult in the back.
Yeah, I mean, it is unlucky that the Dragapult did die because of that para, but like, what are you gonna do at that point? And the drill run, it made sense for blue, but like as the neutral play, isn't like the Brave Bird still good because you still hit the Victini relatively well with the Brave Bird? Because you know it's Scarf, and I think you did have your rocks up by then already? When you click drill run? No, you did not. Okay, but Victini's a 51. Yeah, Skarm probably wouldn't have killed the Victini here, but like, it would have made progress at least. It's like hard to judge this game because the para really did fuck up Blue's plan. Rena did play the offense at the beginning so well, with the Cinderace being gone so early.
That V-Create is so crazy.
Yeah, that V-Create turn 1 very crazy.
Yeah, but let's not hang over this game too much because, like you said, we've been.
I'm just gonna skip really quickly to the playoff page of good old Quags. There we go. So in round 2 we have Beerbum versus Jakoto, and Rena versus Ari.
Yeah.
Two higher seeds and two lower seeds facing each other. Beerbum and Jakoto wanted to face each other all season long, so this is probably gonna be a banger. Rena and Ari both upsetting their opponents, so interestingly, it's gonna definitely be interesting matchups.
Yeah. That one will be delayed as well, though, because Emperor Ari has sort of holiday, so they will be a bit delayed playing their game with Rena.
Oh.
Hey Zeb, we just finished Quag. We started with Quag, now we're going to Whooper and then to Claude, so we took a little long.
Did you just spend 1 hour on Quag?
50 minutes, yeah. We did talk a little too much.
We got caught up on my new reset.
Are you doing Whooper next?
Yeah, Whooper is next.
Okay, we're probably gonna head out for a bit, then we'll be back for Clodsire, most likely.
Alright.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, on to Whooper we go. First matchup is Grimace versus Quoony.
I haven't watched this live.
Both having very respectable seasons, honestly. Grimace, one of the 2 people to be able to beat NGN, like 3 people technically, because I think NGNL did lose in the last week against Riptide. If I remember correctly, yeah. Yeah, one of the few people to beat NGNL, and generally having a very good season, and Quoony being the 3rd seed, being favored in this matchup, probably. They're both having like very good teams. Grimace's team especially is like very scary. Like he picked up the pieces Pate dropped, just picked up the Lando, picked up a Darkrai.
Dropping Lando will always be crazy to me.
Okay, interesting. In comes Heatran and Queso. No.
Burn's annoying.
Burn's annoying, yeah. Okay, here comes the Bellibolt. Okay, this is probably the Blastoise answer, yeah.
Probably AV as well.
Doesn't need to be
That's
AV.
just quite interesting. I just lean AV because I've not seen any leftovers, and I didn't see it click Slack off at any point, so I'm leaning AV as a guess. I don't actually remember if it actually was not. That's some decent damage.
Yeah, oh damn. Okay, Vikavolt Citrus Berry, yeah. I forget Citrus Berry's an item sometimes because it does so little sometimes.
Washed berry doesn't hit like it used to.
It doesn't, but honestly, it's better than the 33% berries in most cases. That is some damage.
Yeah,
Charge
then
is fucking
Registeel
fun.
take a lot of damage there. Okay.
Charge. If it was actually any good, is actually kind of broken, but
Kuni
because
is
it usually is one.
Kuni's cooking it a little bit. Acid Spray, Eject Pack, Latios to like get out with the Draco. Interesting.
Yeah, I like it, but I'm always pro jetpack. Flamethrower works. Don't miss.
Okay, in comes the Lando. What's Lando switching here? Also the Bellibolt. Bellibolt being on double duty is not that effective. Yeah.
No idea. This feels like a sack, to be honest.
Yeah,
like it's done
is
its
a
job,
sack,
so he's
yeah.
sacking it.
In comes Darkrai, so Florges will come out probably. I'm guessing a default comes out right here.
Nah,
No, he just
I
yelps for
think this.
damage.
I think that's smart because you know the Darkrai gets Sludge Bomb, so you're best off clicking an attack there. A Lowering Voice also covers if they nasty plot.
True. Back in comes Darkrai. Tricks. Ooh, okay. Trick is huge.
Yes and no, but if anything, now that does Florges? Oh, actually, no. With the webs, it doesn't outspeed Trigger.
Okay, in comes Tauros.
This
Guessing this is a
Tauros,
sack
what
as
are you
well,
here
yeah.
to do?
Damn.
You're here to die. Okay.
Damn.
Comes
I mean,
Blastoise.
Tauros probably did work. I think Tauros probably didn't do any work once he
okay,
webs went up.
there's the default on Latios. Interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the game is set up for Bundle to win right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bundle wins now if it's booster speed.
Game's over.
Unless the
I don't think he
Dragapult is
needs boost.
Scarf.
I don't think he even needs boosted speed, to be
over.
honest, to win.
Actually, he could be Scarf. I guess he needs to
Scarf
be
Bundle, yeah, Scarf Bundle Winter, which I don't think it is, based on that switch.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah, it's a bit rough. Shadow Ball probably killed, actually, to be fair.
Okay, in comes
Don't he
Heatran. Heatran
transact
will
it
probably die, and then Bundle
immediately?
comes back in, yeah. Booney's playing this down very well. Yeah, Bundle comes in,
Oh,
threatens to
yeah.
kill.
Wait,
But yeah, because Bundle can now click Ice Beam, and Ice Beam might get the roll where Shadow Ball doesn't.
Okay, let's see. Oh no, he's just faster. Okay.
He's Scarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Scarf.
It wouldn't shock me if they switched out because Freeze Dry wasn't doing enough to kill, but Ice Beam was.
Free Dry's not killing that Dragon Pull from full. Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, I think so. So I think that was right play.
Booney played as well. Even like having the defog in the back on Latios is actually very interesting, and it did work in his favor. So sadly, Tauros came to be sacked, but yeah.
Another Iron Bundle in round 2. I like to see it. Good job.
Meanwhile, the last Iron Bundle is out of playoffs.
Yeah, but he got Kill Leader, so hey, at least we're getting another emote.
Okay, next up is Icarus is a Flower. Flower favorite matchup, definitely. Last time they faced Flower won 4-0. And Icarus did have the Basket Legion, which we were hating on in the power rankings,
Original
because
game.
the only reason this probably is there is to abuse Swift Swim against the Rain team.
Hey, I mean, it worked out. They planned it for playoffs. It's honestly a genius bit of planning.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about this turn a little bit. Why the fuck would you do this? This is a Rotom. Rotoms are notorious for carrying Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah.
Oh, this what happened?
I don't
my,
think.
my days.
I don't
on
think
him.
Flower played.
Oh,
I watched this. I don't think Flower played well at all in this match. If I'm being
'cause
honest.
now he's gonna. Cause I remember this shit. Surely it's not this turn right away, right?
No, it's not right away.
Okay, but. Oh, that's such a throw. No way you didn't just flip turn there and call it a day. What?
Yeah.
Misses a Toxic
Toxic
here,
Miss is rough.
which is very rough.
Toxic Miss is rough.
Which the Porygon will now not be toxic all game long. And he just Healing Wishes here to get the Swampert back in and healthy again.
But he doesn't need to do that if he doesn't let it get burned for free.
Yeah.
Because he could just go Shaman and then he could just remove the burn because he just when he switches out. Yeah, that's so bad. Yeah.
Like this is a terrible switch as well. I don't know. No, you're just basically giving them a. If they even go Swampert, in my opinion.
Now they have to like go for a play here. They go for the Sword Sense on Overquill, but now they get Parrot, which means the Porygon 2 will get a guaranteed next set.
It's over, yeah.
Try Attack comes out. Porygon 2 will probably die now. And this Archaludon is now looking to put in work. In comes the Treads though, which just kills the Archaludon because it's not Shuko or it's probably AV, I'm guessing. Down goes Treads, and now it's no Rain versus Thorn and Mega Swampert. To be fair, Flower still does have the option of possibly winning with Thorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, now the Rotom will go down finally. And is now Torn against the world. And this Torn is probably faster than most of these mons. But the Torn doesn't kill, gets the confusion, but doesn't come no self and the crit seals it. So yeah, Flower did lose here. Undefeated regular season, but goes out in round 1. That is rough.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think they played that well in this matchup. Not to take anything away from Storm, but I generally didn't. I think Flower didn't play their best here at all, which led to making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. Like, getting the Swampert burns, playing bad around the Shaman, then sacking the Pelipper for no reason. It's all a combination of, like, a lot of mistakes. I get why you wanted to get Pelipper out, to get the rain up, but like just go into Archaludon. It resists the moves the Rotom can hit it with.
I'm also leaning towards actually going Swampert and then doubling out into Pelipper. I think that's a better play. Yeah, it's a bit risky, but if you're trying to get back in the game, I think that's the better way to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The early turns with Shaman probably lost them the game because I'm guessing Shaman was their Rotom answer and
I just lost from the beginning.
Yeah, throwing away the Shaman was just awful. Yeah, that means Icarus advances, and Flower will not go undefeated for the whole season. Which gets us to Gamer Not Found versus Richard, aka FaZe Rich, aka Cartel Goku fan. Lead's already very interesting. Going for agility turn 1 when there's still a full HP Ting-Lu there. You already realize, okay, you cannot do enough damage to this Ting-Lu, so you switch out. In comes the bird. Good toxic, but there are more hazards coming now. And they go Golden Go, predicting the default, which they do perfectly. And the Golden Go tricks the Choice Scarf onto the Moltres, so it will get hit by rocks when coming in next time. Already everything basically going right for Gamer. In comes the Wolverpon, another spike is set up.
This Tingler's put in so much work for them.
Yeah. They try to go for Encore as Gamer just switches. Arboliva gets crit. In comes Chomp on the Kilowatt, which is Terra Flying Terra Blast, do not miss. And even the Aerodactyl is not taking hits well here. Missing the Stone Edge, which would have killed the Arboliva probably. So a little rough. Now they go Moltres. Arboliva heals back up.
Oh.
Now Gamer sacks the Golden Go, because he knows this Moltres cannot come in again. He doesn't need to keep Golden Go, because
Well, it depends. If he's odd HP, he can come in one more time, technically.
No, we know he's 50 HP.
No, but if he's like odd, like... Does it count for the 1 point difference? Like if you're odd number ending, will it show you as 50.9? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Anyway, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah,
We'll see.
In comes the arrow on the gouging that already has a Dragon Dance up. Moltres goes down.
It's not, he's an even number.
Chomp goes. Chomp gets low, gets killed by the Breaking Swipe.
Yeah.
Does take some chip though. Now the Ogerpon comes in.
Had a dream.
The Ogerpon dies. Richard sends in the Gardevoir, which also dies.
Just dies, yeah.
And in comes the Metagross.
Terra?
No, it just.
No?
Why did you not go this fast, Richard? Rich.
Yeah, huge mistake on Rich's part. Going this first would have been a lot smarter.
He agility? That's over!
Yeah, he agilities. No,
oh
the Tinglu is too healthy.
Oh,
he cannot hit KO the Tinglu.
You can't even 2-KO this piece of shit.
He cannot even KO the Gaussian Fire because it does have the booster defense, which is a smart bring by Gamer.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. That's just the cook.
In comes the Tinglu, and if this had Hammer Arm, this thing would have won.
It might be interesting. Maybe not because
that's hoping the Clef is not unaware.
And also, Kilowatt. How much HP is Kilowatt on?
The how much HP is Kilowatt? But it
yeah,
so
Hammer on and Heavy Slam are resisted, so I don't think it kills.
Yeah, true.
But if he had on this sooner, he has the other mons in the back and maybe could have won.
No, the Heavy Slam is not resisted. It's flying. The Terra 2 flying.
Oh. No, that'll kill. That'll kill a killer. Killer's paper
and
thin.
We know it's
I mean, also...
We know the Kilowatt isn't Scarf because it's switched out on the Aerodactyl.
Yeah. So honestly, the mistake here is Rich didn't go this sooner, and he might have actually had other mons to take on the rest of the team and actually then potentially win.
Yep. Because if the Gardevoir would still be alive, the Gardevoir could probably have taken on a lot of the mons here. Same with Ogerpon. But yeah, Rich just made mistakes here and cost him the game as the Tinglu now takes out the Metagross and Gamer Not Found wins. Yeah. So yeah, this gets Gamer the lower seed into a semifinal against the other lower seed Icarus who won. Now we will see who will face Kuni in the other semifinal. Will it be Shazam or will it be NGNO?
The person who lost to Pate or NGNO?
Yeah. NGNO did say this is the only round 1 match he did not want to have. because he was scared shitless of Shazam's team offensively, because he had barely switch-ins to the Mons. But we're gonna see what happens. Ironmouth versus Steelix lead. They need to switch out to Steelix because this is a Specs Ironmouth, so would have killed. In comes the Vaporeon.
No, it's 30, but still.
I mean, this is a Mega Steelix, so if they 30, yeah.
Oh, okay.
If they don't Mega, yeah, they get down to 30, but then they lose their best Scissor answer.
I guess. Yeah. I feel like that would have been a trade maybe worth taking, but I guess Sister kind of rolls the team, so I guess that's fair.
Yeah, Shazam predicts the swap to Quagsire here. In comes Scissor now. They go for a double again. Quagsire into Decidueye again. Scissor comes back out again.
Ah, dang.
This time...
Yo, they're life reading each other. What the hell?
Yeah, Shazam tried to read a third turn in a row, toxicking here. But NGNL made the play into Scissor again.
I guess hoping for Zapdos.
Yeah.
To try and punish a U-turn static.
And now here.
That's crazy, no?
That's wild.
Does Steelix even beat Mega Scissor? I guess if it has Fire Fang or maybe.
It has Fire Fang. So the Scissor lives a Fire Fang guaranteed. So NGNL just goes for just goes for a second Swords Dance here. As Steelix...
Oh, that's a big predict.
Yeah, he went for the first Swords Dance as the
and that's going to cost you.
And
because I'm guessing this is close combat.
Yeah, this has close combat. So once SD up, this Scissor has a low chance of killing a not max defense. Steelix Mega. But since he toxic, NGNL can Sword Dance again, which he will do. Out comes the Fire Fang, which does nothing, by the way. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Considering this is 4 times effective.
What tier is the Harkonine? Remember?
It is Terra Fairy.
Oh yeah, they can't even Terra to resist the
Yeah, and now everything dies to Bullet Punch or Close Combat. So this goes down to Close Combat. He does go to the Hark here to into him. In comes the Bullet Punch, which...
Damn!
Yeah. And NGNL, it did ask him what he made this turn now, because he could have just Bullet Punched again to kill a Vaporeon, and he was like, the Skull doesn't... He did tell me the Skull doesn't kill him here, so if he gets a Roost, he guaranteed wins the game here. Without the burn.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I respect that play.
I mean, I don't think that's a risk worth... Yeah. Like,
it's just not a worth.
That's just not something you should have ever risked.
Yeah. It is quite rough.
Like, that was just like technically there's like a 70% chance you won the game. At the same time, that's just not a risk. You're so far ahead, considering, like, you still have a plus 5 Mega Scissor. You don't... And like that MPP kills everything faster.
Yeah.
Like worst case, if like you get like Intimidate Soul, you still kill like 2 or 3 mons.
Yeah.
There's no reason to do that.
He does go for the close combat here, which does kill the Harkonine. In comes the Lando. He
just threw the sweep, man. Just threw the sweep. Oh no.
In comes the Zapdos, which almost hard counters this Lando unless it's like physical rock slide. But he's Gravity.
Gravity is such a... Which is a throw, because then...
Yeah, the Hurricane's just 100% accurate now. The Zapdos is, by the way, guaranteed to live a hit from the Spectre. But he does go Terrapagos here, because this is his Spectre answer. The Sylveon was originally a Como answer. It has... What's the Mirror Herb?
Ooh.
Why is it a Como answer, but it's Hyper Voice?
It has Hyper Voice and Draining Kiss.
Okay, that's fine then.
It has Hyper Voice, Draining Kiss, and it has Quick Attack as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
My god, that's so much commitment to it. I mean, I guess it works, because it's just... They don't have to resist.
Yeah, in comes the Terrapagos again, and at this point, Angelo kind of realizes, oh wait, doesn't Terrapagos just win here if I Rock Polish and Calm Mind?
That's exactly the situation he's in. Man, they should give Decidueye, Will-O-Wisp to Ghost. Come on, make it happen.
True, both Trevenant and the other Grass Ghost
That
gets
Ghost
it.
get it. Yep.
Bramble-Gas.
Otherwise- Oh no, I don't think Dalmas should get. I
Oh,
mean,
no,
I mean the
no,
Gen
not
6
Bramble.
ones. Gorgeist,
Uh,
Gorgeist.
Right,
gets it.
Gorgeist.
Yeah, Gorgeist.
Yeah, Gorgeist.
But yeah, this Terrapagos just probably wins the game here.
Yeah. As in, let's just like Dark Pulse. Yeah.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I guess it didn't matter the Scissor, but I feel like making that Scissor play, you just allowed yourself to potentially have a hard chance of losing.
Yeah.
But obviously, you still won 5-0, so obviously it was very.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it was
I
probably
understand his
it was
thought
probably
process, but it was risky. Yeah.
it was probably a risk that he was safe making, where he's like, right, do I hard lose if I do this? No. Does it just win me game on the spot? Yeah. Honestly, it's probably risk is better in reg season where you're trying to play for death, whereas in playoffs, it doesn't matter if you win 1-0. You win. All you got to do is win. Like if your only way to win is to hack spend 3 times, that's what you do to win. You just do what you need to do to win.
God damn it, Roy.
Sorry, boy. Sorry, man.
Anyways, let's jump to playoff 3 real quick. Here we have the Whooper playoff 3. It's Icarus versus Gamer in round 2, and Angela versus Queenie. And with Flower out, I do think it is safe to say that Angela looks like the favorite right now.
Yeah, Angelo is probably the favorite. I can see Quinny pulling off an upset because he is the Heat Master, which is probably the. I think whoever wins out of Quinny and Angelo is winning the whole thing.
Probably, yeah. That's my guess too. Although do not underestimate Gamer Not Found, because he has been shown to be very creative as well.
Oh, I rate Gamer. I think Gamer will make final. To be fair, I just my money would be on Quinny or Angelo to win. And I know Gamer's motivated by me saying that, so he'll prove me wrong.
Yeah. Now we get to Clodzar. The first Clodzar game we have is Taco versus Fluvy. First seed versus 8th seed.
For context, I think this was played on Monday.
Yeah, they played it very early in the week.
Yeah.
Oh,
this was a game of all time.
This is rush the shit.
Yeah.
Terra Water was for Harkenine, I'm guessing?
And Landorus.
Yeah,
yeah, Landorus makes sense.
and Lando, yeah. Oh, that's... Yep. That's a dead floor, just.
2 big boom. I just feel like the Heart should have been Flash Fire Terra Fairy.
And that or crit, I mean.
That crit definitely matters, by the way, for context. So the reason why Choco went with the offensive variant rather than the flash fire variant was because of how much Hark actually destroyed this team, which I do get. And I will say this: Floor just answered all sets of Chiyu except for that one, which is so that was a good prank.
Yeah.
But yeah, the crit is very rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, now Taco's in a situation where he's 2 mons down and needs to get a leg up somehow. Needs to go for the Earth Power there. Gligar comes in.
Very easy to predict. Not in the whole way. It's just something you had to make there.
Yeah.
He's just making good pivots too. Like he's just catching him off guard with that relay turn.
Yeah. There's also something I mentioned on the player rank. Fluvy is a player who knows how to make a good switch or a good pivot.
That was ballsy, but yeah, that basically.
Imagine he clicked an ice move there. Oh,
and he clicks Ball Peak here again.
Okay. That I don't. Okay, that's ballsy. I don't know if you need to make in that spot. Like, to be fair, it worked. So I'm not going to criticize too much. But I don't know if you need to take that risk in that spot.
That is so evil.
I feel bad.
I assume obviously like Gligar was of the East, that's just of all time into Lando, so like I guess it makes sense to like try and predict it, but like I'm surprised they even like bold pick there because if they're predicting like a ton, like I feel like an ice move could have been.
Hey Emilio, we're here. Hey Emilio, we're watching your boy get fucked in the ass.
I'm not
nice. Good morning, guys. I'm back home.
Good morning,
Hi,
Emilio.
Clodcast.
Welcome back home. How was Portland?
It was really freaking fun, man. I had a blast.
That's
Can
good
we
to
just
hear.
point out that Emilio went positive at Portland and did 5-3, and we want to say how proud we are of him. Let's do a clap.
Oh, you
I'm
can't.
legitimately clapping. Like I'm actually proud of you.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh,
You
thank
can't hear my clap though.
Thank you.
It's kind of
Thank
hard
you.
to clap with push to talk on.
Oh yeah, fellas.
Valid, but thank you.
Oh, you push to talk.
Wait, I know how to. I know how I can clap. Wait, give me a moment.
Oh, we could just. Hold on.
How the fuck do you use that shit again?
Oh,
I'm looking
you're
for
trying
sound.
to use the sound.
Yeah,
You're trying to use the sound.
How the fuck do I use the soundboard again?
You use soundboards.
There you go. Got the claps off.
There
Thank
we
you.
go.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I haven't
Only
watched
clap
any
from me.
draft games. Awesome. I haven't watched any draft games in so long. Oh, I don't want to watch this game. I already know what happens.
It's over already
Yeah,
because
it's basically over.
Taco just yeah,
Yeah.
he refers here into the Gligar and he forfeits now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He was just making every turn right, and like on unnecessary turns too. He was making predictions. So
Taco doesn't like
it was-
he tackles so hard on the back foot he doesn't need to make a prediction, but he made it on the wrong times, like often. So yeah.
no, it's like he was in the back foot since like the beginning, and then Fluby did not play like neutral at all. He just played aggressive. He did not like give him any chance to like make a comeback at all. You know, it was just a good game.
Yep. The hard
And
clip
forfeit-
was
Obviously,
probably
as we said, Dark will flinch obviously a lot. Like,
yeah, the hard flinch probably.
or I mean,
was a
crit.
big
We
decider.
like
Yeah, the crit. Yeah.
like we. Sark could have still lost and was still behind, even if like Harkonnen killed Chiyu, but that made the game basically impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sad way to go out.
Sad way to go out for another
Love it.
first seed. The only first seed who
We love
won
it.
isn't fucking Quagsire. And we know what happened there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, but
I'm gonna.
He lost. Chikota lost.
Yeah, that's a me losing. Come on, playoffs. My bundle doesn't lose. I'm 9-0 with bundle right now, all time in playoffs here.
yo, it's fucking crazy because like Jakarta's going through like a fucking like what's the word I'm looking for? He's going through a
power up arc. Like you mean like is that?
yeah, like
like a climbing arc.
Training
arc,
like
whatever,
he's just he's not even a he's just kind of goated now. Like I don't know, bro. You just got so good.
Thanks. I think
Actually,
it's
no,
because
nah, I glazed you too hard. I'm sorry. Your ass.
no,
Fuck.
no. But I think the big improvement came when I started playing in Aaron's League at the same time as here when like playoffs started here. Like last playoffs, like end of regular season and then into playoffs is when I started peaking, and then I've managed to maintain, thankfully.
God, I can't wait till you fall off. I'm a hater. Is that enough?
Anyways, let's get into Ray versus Aaron, which was also a very interesting game because I think Ray won the regular season game. So let's see what happens here.
Hold on.
Rocky Helmet Dawn fan.
Rocky Helmet's like top 3 item in the game. I'm gonna say every time I see it. Such high value item.
Defog on Gliscor, huge actually.
Oh, this is Aaron's game.
Yeah.
This is a good
Although
game.
that's interesting, considering I assume this guy's can't touch the Vika.
Yeah.
So it can like defog, but it doesn't do anything else. And obviously, that's why it switched afterwards.
Interesting sack here from Ray's side. I feel like the Gardevoir could still have been very useful to him, but I guess he didn't need it in his eyes. Terra Vika is a mon of all time.
That's such a good.
Terra Vika's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good.
It is a very fun one.
Like even though the stats can be a bit like because it's not actually that bulky, but it's mainly like carried by like Levitate plus Terra, but it's still like bulky enough to where it can usually do its job. And obviously it's super strong, obviously.
Ray gets away the rocks, which is good for him. But Ray is letting a lot of chip like get onto his defensive
Yeah,
pieces,
he doesn't
so...
have any recovery. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about just now.
I mean, Vikavolt can have Roost, but we haven't seen it yet, so...
Roost now. Proof is wrong.
No, he's Sticky Webs. And now Donphan is in range of Lopunny, so yeah, no more Lopunny switching.
Well,
Yeah, Lopunny kind of goes in at this point.
Yeah, and the Lopunny came
I think
in
Ray.
on a good turn where it didn't get the speed drop,
this
so
is
the overcome wasn't faster.
guaranteed chip. Guaranteed.
I will say Ray at this point said that he felt like the game was over, and I totally get that why he felt that way because there's very little he can do at this point. He's gonna have to play it out. He's gonna have a chance.
Now
Yeah,
he need
in comes the Golden Go, which the Gouging Fire can answer very well. As we can see here, it only takes 31 from the Shadow Ball, which is the best thing Golden Go can click into it. And this guard
Is that a bulky gouging? Like
yeah, it's a
bulky gold or all of them? Okay, I see.
If he was Iron Head.
I mean, even then, he needs... if he was Iron Head, he still needs to flinch the Garg. Because it will live a single... one Iron Head, it will live for sure.
Not by... Surely it gets it weak enough to the point where it can get, like... It can't ever, like, risk healing, is what I'm... Like, my point.
Yeah, but... Aaron here reveals Terra Blast. So...
No, I know. I'm not saying that it's not gonna die, but I'm saying it gets it weak enough so that it can get revenged by, like, Gold or, like, Vikavolt.
Yeah, but Gold and Vikavolt get hard walled by the gouging, remember? So, the only way for Ray to win here is if he had Iron Head and flinched the Garganacle at that point.
Yeah, it's just last position.
Yeah, now Gliscor comes in, protects, heals up a little bit. In comes the Lopunny to get in and against the Shadow Ball. Lopunny goes down against the Make It Rain now. In comes the gouging safely now.
Oh, if he wasn't Nasty Paw, he actually could have won. Maybe.
I'm still not sure if it ever gets past gouging.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the problem he has.
It depends on the item.
I think Ray's doing his best he can in a very tough spot where he needs Aaron to make a mistake, but Aaron's good enough not to make a mistake in this spot.
Yep.
If he gets a berry, like the berry prediction right, if it's on Godingo, does he like just win? Because he would kill the... Yeah, he would win, I think. It'd still be close to shit.
Yeah, no, he nasty plots and tries his best to like get the gouging low enough. In comes the Roaring Moon. Needs to do something here. He Dragon Dances. But as
he needs Iron Head to have a chance, but yeah.
It doesn't have Iron Head as we can see.
I wonder why. I guess predicting the switch, but I do wonder why I didn't just click Terra Blast. Because like,
yeah,
you can still beat.
Yeah.
I guess
safest play.
I guess.
I mean, is it really? I mean, the only thing that's... I mean, it doesn't really matter, because end of the day, you're not playing for diff or anything.
Yeah.
So, you're just trying to win, but...
Yeah, Vikavolt kills here, but in comes the Gouging Fire, which is faster and just kills the Vikavolt in the end.
Boom! Yeah.
Which gets Aaron into
the
second
round! Hey!
Well played by Aaron.
Yeah, good game, good prep.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm also pretty sure the Gengar also just wins at the back end. I remember them talking about it.
Yeah,
in
the
battle
Gengar would have
chambers.
won probably anyway. Like as soon as the gouging does not have a Dragon Dance up, the Gengar just wins.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which brings us to good old Zeb's game.
The reason why he's here, folks.
So,
Yeah,
And we can see he brought his mascot, Zeb.
Indeed.
balls
This
are
was
on the line.
the first time he brought it all season, and it's in the playoffs.
Zeb does
Legacy on the
guarantee
line.
when he drafts Zeb, he will bring it one time.
Yeah, at least one time. The reason I brought it here was, like, I like my first 5. I didn't really like any of my mons left, but I felt like Scarf Zeb, like, I had a tough time revenging +1 gear and Torn, and Scarf Zeb does that to some extent, which was it was brought. And Terra Ice is also like a good emergency button for like a DD.
Yeah.
DD Zygarde. Although, like, as we can see in the game, I had enough for Zygarde anyway. But
yeah, let's get into the match.
Still.
This Mew walling the shit out of the Zygarde is funny as fuck.
Yeah. Like, that... I was, like, very bulky Mew. I mean, as you can tell.
Did so much work. Oh my gosh.
Even though offensive Mew sets aren't as good as they used to be, like, defensive Mew sets are still as good as ever.
Yeah. And here, the reason I felt comfortable clicking T-Wave was because I was Culber.
Yeah.
And I still had Tinglu as like a backup, Tinglu and Seb as a backup Zygarde checks. Because like Tinglu can just whirlwind it, and obviously Seb, if I Terra, can just kill it.
Yeah.
But still, like, obviously, like, Mew shows here they can just like take it on anyway. Because Zygarde is... I wouldn't say it's not necessarily a bad mon, but it's a very underwhelming mon.
Yeah. It looks...
And here again, like, Mew has done its job, so I thought I might as well just, like, T-Wave it, and then I get a bit lucky with the crit into Para, but I think, like, most of my opponent's offense was already like, done. I wasn't really that scared anymore. Like, Gera and Torn were Gera, Torn, and Psy were the 3 big threats, and, like, one's Parad and the other 2 are dead. Lucha never gets past Zapdos, so I was, like, max fist stuff. And I did actually, like, in hindsight, I had a bit of trouble actually killing this Arboliva with because I didn't have that many moves to kill a steel type, besides like weak earth powers. But I still had enough options to like where I could chip it down enough for something to kill. Like, no, the big one was I probably should have been Sap, Seeper, and Seb, but I was electric immunity.
Yeah.
Oh, on Zeb. On Zeb Striker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Arboliva is getting very annoying for you right now.
Yeah.
It's just an annoying ass mon, that's Zeb.
Yeah.
No, prediction goes wrong here.
I mean, yeah, there's been Zapdos has done its purpose. I was just like trying to like chip it down as much as possible. In a bit, like with Paris, but like I was kind of like with how many turns Arboliva had to stay in, it was kind of inevitable.
Yeah. Again, at this point, it looks like a lock for you because Heatran won't kill the Tinglu. You have the Zeb still for the Gyarados.
Yeah.
In comes this Gyarados we were talking about. Zeb just wild charges. Almost kills it as well. Gyarados
like,
does get the kill back, yeah. And now the game is
Then
pretty
I'll
much
just
sealed. Yeah.
As this here showed why I don't break Zeb that often. It did 80% to a super effective move, and it did like 30 to a Heatran. Like Zeb is weak, but it still has good speed and good coverage.
If you were a
Yeah.
Sap Sipper, you could have done a lot more. But yeah.
True. Yeah, true. But either way, like, I mean, I guess like Zeb actually didn't need to do anything. I mainly brought it out because like I wanted to give Zeb kills, but
Yeah, makes sense.
still.
But yeah, this means Zeb beats the 3rd seed in Nate. But consider Zeb was still favored as a 6th seed because we know how Zeb can perform in playoffs, aside from winning finals here.
Well, actually, I would say, like, I was supposed to say, like, my
the
final
glaze
record
is
is like.
insane.
I mean, I guess I've usually gotten past quarterfinals, I guess. So I guess like semis and finals are the
And you're
Yeah.
a second
my choke
rounder.
point.
Damn.
Yeah. Like I think I have 2 semis and 2 finals and like 2 or 3 quarters.
Yeah. Which now brings us to the last quarterfinals match, and the last match of today. It's Spike versus Martin, and we do see the Luxrays back.
The number one, the second in kills in Clod, sir.
I'm so happy
Exactly.
BGC didn't make playoffs, but got us that kill leader for bundle. It brings me great joy.
I'm not. It should have been Luxray.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This is Luxray's time. Bundle had its moments.
It's
Bundle's gonna have 2 more moments this season. Well, technically, I guess 4.
Superpower here to kill the Colossal. Very
Yeah.
smart.
Ooh, nice rank.
Yeah.
That Colossal's been big for Martin this season as well.
Yeah.
This luck
Yeah.
is legendary.
In comes the Dire Claw, and he does get the poison.
That's why you bring Covert Cloak.
Hey, wait. Did we see the item on Bro? Was it boots or do we not know?
Let's
I
just
don't
see
think
again.
it
We
took
can skip
spikes.
back because the spike was up when it came in. Nope, it was not.
Okay,
boost.
so it's
not
not.
boots.
It's probably
Why
My
didn't
good.
guess would then be like a resist berry, but I feel like
Yeah,
in
that-
the Sneasler matchup, you either want Helmet to like punish it, or you want
Over.
Covert.
yeah.
I'm always pro Covert purely for the fact that Covert basically stops Diacor sleep because sleep is the one that really fucks you over.
Yeah. Here,
This
slack off is quite huge.
technically it could also be Helmet with pads Sneasler. We haven't seen like what the Sneasler
That's true.
item, but like
this Draco is pretty huge. This dead on Spurs is very low now, but they do get up to
Cover.
3 roost. Sneasler is in again, and Sneasler will just CC here. And Poison Touch again.
Oh, that's so diabolical.
yeah.
He's bringing toxic set, dire, and then poison touch.
This is why even like into like Bro Lando seems like a terrible matchup for Sneasler. But if you can just like poison everything or like sass everything, it's still very annoying.
Also, this is a heat set from Whimsicott. Bringing fucking Guard to beat the Rillaboom is very interesting.
Yeah, that's wild. I love that set.
If he gets another Cotton Guard off, he probably lives a single
Dire Strike.
Claw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like probably comfortably. But he has Tinkaton, so it doesn't really matter. But
Yeah, but Spike does
Yeah,
have
but
to
then he
pivot
gets-
a lot of times to like not get like completely destroyed by the Sneasler.
I would set up rocks if I had it there, maybe. Cause do they have a spinner on their side anymore? No.
No, the Colossal's
Or
down,
don't-
no more spinner. But the rocks are now
Yeah,
up, so they are here to stay. In comes the Whimsicott against...
Cotton Guard.
Nope, he clicks Giga Drain.
Your turn? And
Okay, at least he's poisoned instead of like
Parrot or
I
Slug.
mean,
Para.
unless you get unlucky, Para would be preferable. But obviously, like you can't get unlucky with Paras. Like that's like
If everything lines up perfectly and then like you don't ever get Para, then yeah, Para's the best one. But
I mean,
there's always a chance.
Yeah.
I think depending on the mon, sometimes I'd prefer poison.
Yeah,
I'm specifically talking in this matchup with Bro.
Oh, he's just lefties. Oh, he's lefties. Okay.
Me and Zeb were also
No, that was grass.
That's grassy,
that's grassy terrain.
Oh, that was grassy. Oh wait. So then what the hell?
Me and Zeb were also live watching this match. We did mention how a stun spore on the Whimsicott could have maybe been very nice for the Sneasler specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good bring. Risky, but a good bring.
Yeah. But here, the Dunsparce just gets the Para.
Yeah, 60% of the time.
Yeah, now the Sneasler gets Parrot and finally gets taken down.
Mine really used the Sneasler well here, to be fair.
Yeah, but now it comes in the other fast threat of Martin's team. It's the Dragapult. And
good click.
Good click here.
We're in a too fast mon meta. I feel like 2 top end speeds is always like a really strong team.
I mean, it does depend on the team. Like, obviously, if you have 2 good fast mons, it's better, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, but then one enables like I don't know how to like describe it. One enables the other one not to use Scarf, and then and vice versa. Like it just depends on the matchup.
Oh, like it does a good pairing if you can get like 2 fast mons, but it really just depends on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously you have to make.
By the way, chat. Heal block does not block regen.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Now, like
smart move from Martin.
Now you can see here that like. Here, it's just a path here. Oh, never mind.
I'd go crunch here personally, but that's because I've got big balls.
That was the pivotal turn because this team was running out of ways to actually kill the Screamtail. On that turn, like even though both had 4 months, Sage was still a bit behind because a lot of months were chipped or poisoned, and also like Pult was just a massive threat. So either both Pult and Screamtail like Sage were good at trouble beating. On that turn, obviously there's a massive 50-50. So like if you crunch into Screamtail, you probably also lose. But
I'm going to do a Calca second actually because it's a neutral hit.
Yes, but it's also Screamtail also has Reach Protect on leftovers. Like it can just like heal up again.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not. I know. I lean towards. I think you should do that move, but I could be wrong. That's why I'm going to do a calc a minute. Do we know if it was adamant?
I don't think so, but maybe
it's probably adamant considering it outspeeds most of the mon. Like most of the mons on Martin's team outspeeded anyways, even if it runs Jolly.
Okay. Oh, fucking hell. Crunch is doing fucking nothing. Jesus.
Yeah, Scrimtail is very fat. And, like, Luxray, it's a fun mon with guts, but it's still not that strong unless it's clicking Facade with Terra.
Yeah, even with just Bold, that is doing, like, nothing. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's a true 50-50 then. I thought Crunch was going to do more because it was neutral, but yeah. Yeah, it's a rough spot then.
Yeah, like, obviously, it's a tough call to make either way, but if, like... the Pult had been crunched, then I'm pretty sure like that's at least potential for Sagebug to win. But
here's my theory. I think that it's not really as much as a 50-50 because like I feel like you're in a losing position right now, right? Like if you're Sage, so you're just trying to like get like a heaven sent like turn. Because like if it goes neutrally, like is the Facade killing?
The Screamtail, I'd assume so.
I don't know. I thought I had the counter.
Fucking shit! What the fuck's happened up in Liverpool?
Anyways,
I don't know, but yeah.
I'm just new to. I'll tell you guys after.
Me and Zeb, while watching this match live, this specific turn took very long to decide, and me and Zeb were both on the same page. But like, whoever gets this turn right, probably wins the game because Spike doesn't have any more Dragapult switch-ins, and Spike needs to also like kill the Screamtail because the rest probably won't be able to 2-hit KO the Screamtail.
Wait, so then isn't Crunch always the play though? Because is Screamtail really good at revenge kill this?
Yeah, but you're forgetting the Dragapult kills everything that's left. So he needs to get this turn right,
That's what I'm
completely
saying.
right.
That's why Crunch is always the play. Because if the Dragon Ball comes in, he just like eliminates the biggest threat, and it gives him a chance to win. And like if he doesn't like, what's the worst that can happen? Screamtail stays in it. What, wishes or some shit?
Yeah.
Or protects.
Yeah.
That's like not like the worst position to be in though. I feel like. I don't know. It's just.
I get why Spike made the move he did, but it was like hard, like 50-50 at this point, because Spike needed for one to remove the Screamtail to kill the Dragapult, and yeah, Martin did get
the
turn
positive,
right.
like if he got the turn right, like if he still had options, because like even though Pult is choice or is threatening, it's choice. So like he has individual switches to each move, but obviously like not one of each. Like
yeah, that's
if the Screamtail went down there, he still had a way to win.
Yeah.
But obviously,
Sorry for my reaction. I just learned the news of someone basically driving a car into the Liverpool FC title parade and hitting a bunch of pedestrians.
God damn. Okay.
Because someone I know from Liverpool basically didn't go to the parade because they basically were watching a pay-per-view last night. They hadn't had much sleep. So my reaction was like, "What the actual fuck?"
Yeah, and here again, Spike again like needs to get the turn correct, but this time Martin.
At that point, I don't think it mattered.
Yeah, at that point it probably didn't matter because the Lux rate was too low. In comes the Rillaboom. And even the Rillaboom, like, it will kill the Lux Ray. Probably kills the Slow. Nah, the Slowbro is too healthy, but it is faster and has Blood Hammer, so the Slowbro also dies. Yeah. And the Lando is too low.
Oh, it was okay. It was past Sneasler and Helmet.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Sneasler and Helmet, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That's fine.
Yeah, and as we can see,
like again, you can argue Cloak would be better, but like,
yeah,
that still makes sense to be Helmet.
Yeah, and the Lando's unable to kill the Screamtail. Even if it did, there's still the Dragapult in the back, which is at 75%. Yeah. So yeah, Martin won. That means we will have a Martin versus Zeb semifinal. Let's jump to the.
Is this the year? Oh my god.
This could be the year where where Zeb or Aaron finally win a title. The funny thing would be both of them losing semis right now.
Huh. That would be hilarious. Actually, that would be really funny.
It would be very hilarious, yeah.
Kind of disappointed as hell.
Honestly, I think it's kind of wild. The bottom four got through, like, into playoffs.
Yeah, the bottom four, like the lower seeds, all got through in Clodsire.
Yeah, each lower seed won.
An Aaron versus Zeb final would be very entertaining, because one of them guaranteed gets their first title. If one of them loses, the other one has immense pressure to like get their first title. And
I'm pretty sure everyone, like even like Fluvi and Martin, would get their first titles.
Yeah, everybody will get their first title, but like Aaron and Zeb would feel more under pressure probably if they don't face the other.
Yeah, one. Because also the big thing is both of us have like obviously Aaron has played longer than me, but both have still like played 10+ seasons, almost at least, or like close to at least.
Yeah, Zeb, me, and Aaron are, aside from Paid, are the longest people that are here longest without a title. Even fucking Terabyte has one.
Get boned.
What that's supposed to mean? Is he ass or something? Wow.
I mean, currently
you fucking hate.
I mean, he's also like self-described washed.
Yeah, he's self-described washed.
Self-proclaimed, yeah, self-proclaimed. Yeah.
Self-proclaimed, yeah.
Like Emilio at draft when he's on VGC.
Yeah, we have the semifinals set now for every division. I will show every single division again. For Clodcast, we have Fluvi versus Aaron and Martin versus Zeb. For Quagsire, we have Beerbomb versus Jakoto and Rena versus Ari. And for Wooper, we have Icarus versus Gamer and NGNL versus Queenie.
Are we doing the thing where we make predictions again or no?
I mean, my prediction is a NGNL Gamer final and Whooper, and NGNL wins.
I predict Crooney versus Gamer, and Crooney wins.
I got Gamer versus. I got Gamer versus NGNL, and then Gamer wins.
NGNL Gamer, and NGNL wins.
I'm going Icarus NGNL.
And who wins?
Yeah, NGNL.
All right.
Icarus.
I do know NGNL and Cooney played, and I think NGNL 5-0'd Cooney in the regular season. I don't know if Icarus and Gamer
learn
played.
more from our loss.
Let me just double check. Gamer NGNL, Gamer Savage, then Gamer did play Icarus, and Gamer did win the game.
Nah.
But relatively close.
Right.
Relatively close game.
It'd be hard for Gamer to win.
Yeah. On to Quagsire. We have Rena versus Ari. I don't think they have not played. And Birbon versus Chakotay, they have also not played.
No.
I'm going Reina, Jakoto, and then I.
Someone told me that.
Do I feel like betting on Jakoto? Do I feel like betting? I'll bet on Jakoto. Jakoto, you got it.
I'm going Birbon versus Emperor Ari, and I'm going for an upset in final, Emperor Ari.
I'm going Birbon Arena, and I'm predicting Arena.
I have the same prediction as Zeb, Birbon Arena winning. The only reason I'm voting against Jakoto is, by the way, because I think Bundle Luck will finally run out and he will miss an important Hydro Pump.
Crazy. I've never missed an important Hydro Pump in my life. That's just not.
Well, there's always a first time. There's always a first time, my friends. I will just say this. At Poker, I always forget how lucky I am. I always forget how lucky I am. I'll let you give me 2 seconds. You can say this out there. I always forget how lucky I am. And this week at Poker, do you know what happened to me? I got very unlucky. So, Chakotay, it's a bad sign for you. Emilio, you can go, my son.
What?
Emilio.
Well, you got unlucky. I didn't miss a single Origin post all weekend.
Oh, Jakoto, you're fucked. The tides have turned. You're fucked.
What an in. If anything, that bounces out, and then it's just now my luck. If you had shitty luck, he had good luck. Now it's my luck.
Emilio always misses his Hydro Pumps and Origin Pulses, so if he's actually hitting them now, you're in trouble.
Nah.
The axes have tilted. Ben's going to be lucky this week.
Ben's going to be
my
the
Iron
axle.
So much,
the axle.
My Iron Bundle's basically like borderline hacked now. It basically just
the only important draft game I have is like an HBF and P2, so if I get lucky in one of those, I'll be fine.
Actually, since I'm making predictions, obviously I'm gonna bet on myself to win the whole thing, but
obviously.
What if you didn't?
I would like to face Rena again in the finals. So
Rena, he's calling you an easy game. I wouldn't take that.
No, he actually texted me after they won their game and said that he wants me to make the finals so that he can run it back. And I respect someone that can do that after losing to me. So,
I think Rena is a she, by the way, but yeah.
They have he in their bio.
Oh, they? Why am I? Oh, it's because Emilio's in the name. That's why.
No, but also someone told me that if I won this season, I would be like
get some head.
First person to win 2 different divisions and then in back-to-back seasons as well.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I was like, that's
I think
crazy
someone else.
to tell me. Now I'm really motivated.
That'd
be a pretty cool title to have. I'm not gonna lie. Winning 2 back-to-back seasons on 2 different divisions would be kind of tough.
Anyways,
that would be cool.
Last up is Clodcast. I am.
Whoever's lowest.
No. Floovy.
I'm going Aaron. I'm going Aaron versus Seb final with Aaron winning.
I do have an Aaron versus Zeb final as well, but I think Zeb is finally winning.
I'm obviously predicting myself and Aaron. I'm winning.
I'm gonna root for my teammate, and I'm gonna say Aaron's gonna win it all. But I do have him facing Do I want to be different? I wish I knew the teams off the top of my head, but I really don't. Oh yeah, show me Martin's team real quick. Where is it? Top row? Up first.
Top left.
Damn. Oh.
Top left, and then just below you got Seb's team as well.
Yeah, it's right below Zeb's. Yeah. Oh my God. You know what? I'll say Martin's gonna win. I think Martin might pull it off. And then
Damn, Dakota, you ruined my joke. I was going to say then after. Well, since we predicted Seb and Aaron to win, it's going to be Flux and Martin in the final.
I do think both are rematches, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Aaron has played Flux, whatever. And then I don't know about Zeb. Oh my God. Hold on. Roy, I'm gonna.
No, Aaron has not
I'm gonna
played
send
Fluvy
you-
actually.
Oh, he hasn't.
I did play, and I did. To be fair, I did lose to Martin, but I did also like remember some pretty big misplays I did.
So you're saying you're not gonna make these misplays again?
Yes.
Yeah, that we
He's
have.
locked in this
helping, Are you helping Beer Bond? Is Roy helping Beer Bond?
Oh no, I don't think so at the minute.
Okay, because I'm gonna send you something, and if I pull this off, if I don't say anything, but if I pull this off, I'm a legend.
I respect it.
Oh man. Okay. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Definitely not what I was expecting, to be fair.
No. Anyways, go on. Sorry. Oh wait, no, we're
Anyways, yeah.
basically done.
Emilio, your prediction.
Aaron Zeb, Aaron, because I love him and I believe in him.
Simple explanation. That's what we love to see from
That's all you
Armo
need.
Peko.
The best part of that is Emilio didn't even try except for week one when he fought Aaron and beat Aaron and tried to make it harder for Aaron to make playoffs.
But he made it, and look at where he's at now. I love him. Look at him. Look at him go.
He forged the way. He forged the way for him. He was
Exactly.
So he won, and then he threw the rest of the season, so Eric could be like, "Damn, I really lost to someone that lost every game." And then now Aaron's more motivated. Now
Exactly.
Now he's trying to perform better. He's like, now I got to carry on Emilio's legacy, so I don't look like
Exactly.
Oh yeah, one last thing.
Also, I won
wanted to
another
shout
game,
out.
by the way.
The Pokemon of the week from last week, because we were missing so many games. We had in Clodzar, Slowking Galar in number 3, Gouging Fire at number 2, and Venomoth at number 1. The Venomoth belongs to Nate, the Gouging belongs to Aaron, and the Slowking belonged to who again? Who had the Slow? Fluey had the Slowking. Yeah. Then we had Sneasler for Beerbon, Dianthemager for Bloop, and Blues Comfey in week 9. Blues Comfey put in a lot of work against somebody who's sitting in this call.
It's not me. It's not Ben. So process of elimination has me leaning towards Roy.
Yep.
Process of elimination has me leaning towards
Roy lost that match worse than Finn Balor loses most wrestling matches.
God damn.
That's a sad way to go out because he loses every match.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just looking at who the fuck had the Porygon 2 in Whooper.
I think it was because we saw it. It was
Icarus.
We saw it on Class Day. Icarus, that was it. Yeah.
Dude,
it was Icarus.
European keyboards have the control or control button, right? Or is it a different button on your keyboard?
No, I could do Control F, but I was too fucking lazy to do it right there. Yeah.
No, that's fine. I was a curiosity thing that just spiked.
Yeah, Porygon 2 from Icarus number 3, Riptide's Meowscarada number 2, and Grimace's Honchkrow at number 1.
I feel like we should do just one individual month of the week for the playoffs of each division. But that's okay. It doesn't have to be like top 3 though. I feel like that's something we
It
could.
wasn't playoffs. This was from the
playoffs?
last regular season week.
I know. I'm saying we should do like a mon of the week for playoffs. Like
I'm not doing that.
Like
Fuck
only
that.
one mon. Only one. Oh damn. I already had like 3 in my head. I can't lie. But it's okay.
But
Yeah,
like,
the end of season kill leaders are not the same. Because playoff kills will still be counting right now. So I forgot to take a screenshot when the regular season ended, so my bad. I cannot show you the actual content.
Hmm.
But yeah,
That's fine.
the overall kill leaders are still the same. We have Iron Bundle in Clodsire, Tapu Lele in Quagsire, and Sandslash Alola in Wooper.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all that really matters. Congratulations to you guys.
whoopa.
Woopa. Now, the last little thing we have is Pick'ems.
Yep. Loading up now as we speak. So, do we want to start by announcing where the Clodcast members are in Pick'ems at the minute, outside the ones in the top 5?
Yeah, everybody who's not in the top 5 you don't have to mention, because I think you can probably only mention the people that you can still win the race.
Actually, let me do some maths a minute. So it would be 6, so 9. Anyone within 9? All right. I'll mention the top 5, even though it's only really 2 who can actually win the race. So joint 5th is Peyton Gamer on 115. In 4th is me with 118. In 3rd is Rose with 119. In 2nd is Aaron with 126. And then in 1st is Seb with 134.
Damn.
Oh wow! I did not expect to be that. Like I know I remember doing well in the pick'ems for playoffs, but I didn't expect to go that far ahead.
Isn't there like a strat where you can never lose at this point?
Yeah,
If
basically.
he wants the same as
Maybe.
Aaron, he always wins.
Yeah, if he just
Maybe, but that's boring. So I'll just pick who I think. Although,
believe.
like,
that's fine.
I'm almost surprised I'm that high, because for some of it I've just been kind of just like been. It's been for the bottom. It's like I would have like my own admission. I don't look that much at the other. Like I mainly focus on Clodsire. So for a lot of them, I've kind of just
Guess.
not looked at the matchup or the record, just kind of picked almost like randomly.
Yeah,
but I get
that's kind of what I do for pick'ems anyways.
Yeah.
I just kind of pick randomly. I can't be asked to look at every matchup. That's just too much.
Or sometimes just who I know more. Like obviously I know a decent amount of people, but I don't I've never actually sat down and who do we actually think will win. I just and looked at the draft. I've never done that.
I'll just go go by gut feeling. I'll just click through them.
Yeah, I kind of do as well, to be honest. Sometimes I will also pick the one who basically has only got 2 votes, so it looks less bad for them.
Yeah, but now, this was the quarterfinals episode of Clodcast. Anything you guys still want to say?
Emilio, I love you, and also good luck, Chakota and Seb in semi-finals.
Oh, he said he loves me.
Shout out to anyone that's in playoffs still. Hope everything goes everyone's way. Hope every game is full of no misses and no hacks. It's just
I'd happily take a hack win. Obviously, I prefer a re-win, but I'd still.
Also, Ben, can you clip that clip in case Joe gets hacked next week? Just because it will be funny foreshadowing.
True. I mean, obviously, I prefer to win cleanly, but if it's between a hacks win and a loss, I always take the hacks win.
Yeah, I'm the same. I would prefer to win fair and square, but I'm happy to win via hacks. Hacks is a win con.
I hope my game with Bearbot isn't full of too much hacks though, because there's it'd be such a banger game, and if it's ruined by hacks, I'd be so ass.
I mean, my game with Berrybomb was also a banger until that fucking 25% chance.
Yeah, but that's monster. That's not bad. Okay. Well, that's bad luck, but it's not it was a crit or a para or
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean?
I mean, still about the same chance, to be fair, if you think about it that way.
No, that's not the same. It depends on
when you put that. I kind of put hacks and bad luck down to maths. Like it is how unlucky the thing is. Like a crit is much more unlucky, but a power is about the same as like that.
A crit's a 7% chance to happen.
Yeah, it's much worse. Power. No, power's not 10%. No, power is not 10%.
Well, no, getting that paralysis is 10%. Like,
yeah, I get that.
And like stuff like that.
Anyways.
And then anyways, whatever. It doesn't matter. We don't have to go into this right now.
Everybody who's still in playoffs, I wish you all good luck. Sadly, I am not going to win my a title again. To be fair, I drafted a shit team, and I didn't pick the most useless fucking high tier ever in Blaziken. I'm never drafting that shit again, unless it's like lowered by a few points. Should have gone with the Mega Metachamp. But anyways, yeah, good luck to everybody who's still in playoffs. And I love my pookie Emilio. And we were the Clodcast. And I wish you all a good time. Goodbye.
I'm gonna flop NAIC.
Bye.